last thing that I want for you is to be on your deathbed at the end of your life, whenever that is, because we aren't guaranteed a long life. I don't want you to be on your deathbed with all the shoulda, coulda, wouldas. I don't want you to be on your deathbed with major regrets, having unfulfilled any of your heart's desires or any of your dreams, and still lacking confidence and still lacking self-belief in yourself. I want you to be on your deathbed knowing that you gave it your all. I want you to be on your deathbed knowing that you put in the effort for your own life and that you were the creator of your own life. I do not want you to be on your deathbed stuck in victim mentality. Good morning, gorgeous. Welcome to another episode of Morning Musings, where I jump on camera first thing in the morning, wherever I am, doing whatever I'm doing. And I stop for a few minutes just to chat about anything that resonates with me, anything that's been on my mind, anything that I find worth think of that might help you to not settle in any area of your life. For those of you who have never been to this channel before, welcome. I created Girl Don't Settle so that I could help other women stop settling for their unhappy, unhealthy, and unfulfilling lives. About a year ago, I decided that I was no longer gonna be satisfied and settle with my unhealthy, unhappy, and unfulfilling life, and now I have a great big passion to help other women do the same. So this morning I am really feeling a calling to talk about the fact that I believe in you. To talk about the lack of confidence and the lack in belief, self-belief that we have in our society today amongst us women. And I want you to know that if you have any feelings of doubt that you cannot become the woman that you envision yourself to be, the woman that you dream to be, the woman that you daydream about being, or the woman that you always wanted to be, but you always fell short. You always felt like it just was so out of your reach. It was just out of your reach. Or you've tried to become this woman, this type of woman that you've always wanted to be and you felt a calling to be, but you just never could grasp it. You could never quite get there. I want you to know that this is not your fault. It is not your fault that you are struggling so much to become the woman that you so crave to be. The reason why you are probably struggling to become this woman is probably years and years of conditioning, limiting beliefs that have come from childhood and trauma and just different scenarios that happen in your life, and also your surroundings, the people you hang out with, the people you grew up around, the society that maybe you grew up in, and the structures that you grew up in. Those are not your fault. But what you can take responsibility for is how you can uncondition yourself now, today, as an adult woman, as a lady. You can choose to take back control of your thoughts, your minds, your patterns, your behaviors, and you can quite literally rewrite your story. No, you can't undo the past. Unfortunately, we can't rewrite the past, but what we can do is rewrite our future and our present even, so that our story doesn't have to end in a way that isn't in alignment with what we want. The last thing that I want for you is to be on your deathbed at the end of your life, whenever that is, because we aren't guaranteed a long life. I don't want you to be on your deathbed with all the shoulda, coulda, wouldas. I don't want you to be on your deathbed with major regrets, having unfulfilled any of your heart's desires or any of your dreams, and still lacking confidence and still lacking self-belief in yourself. I want you to be on your deathbed knowing that you gave it your all. I want you to be on your deathbed knowing that you put in the effort for your own life and that you were the creator of your own life. I do not want you to be on your deathbed stuck in victim mentality. The thing is, for us women who have struggled in our lives, which most of us have, for us women in recovery of any sort, for us women who are battling our demons and our addictions, and for us women who have gone through trauma, this is a tougher task. I will not deny that. If you've had an easy life, this will come much easier to you and you won't struggle as much. But women, ladies, beauties, that's okay. You know why? Because all the struggles that we have gone through in our life has actually made us well equipped to take on the challenge of reprogramming our thoughts and beliefs. It has prepared us for this, ladies. It has prepared us to become the warriors who can take on this challenge. You have gotten through 100% of your worst days. Think about that. If you are still here and you're able to listen to me speak right now, that means that you are a warrior. You are a strong woman and you have gotten through 100% of your worst days, lady. So I believe in you. I believe that you can become anything that you want. You've already proven it. The proof is in the pudding. It really is. If you look at your track record, you're doing great. You're doing great, honey. And you are a fighter. You will continue to fight. Do not stop fighting and do not stop here. And I'm not talking about being strong because we've been through a lot and we're going to continue to put on that strong front. No, I'm talking about pulling up your big girl pants and really taking responsibility for your life. Healing from that trauma. Healing from your past wounds. Overcoming your addictions. Overcoming your demons. And really, once you've gotten that under control, you can start to look at your thoughts, behaviors, patterns, and beliefs. And that's where the real magic happens. That is where you start to really rewrite your story. So if you haven't finished the overcoming the addiction part, or you haven't overcome your trauma of the past and you haven't gone and done some healing, then that is your first step. But if, like me, you've dealt with that and you've done the healing and the work on that end and you are in recovery, then you are ready. You are ready to begin reprogramming your mind for better beliefs, belief systems that are gonna get you much further in life, belief systems that tell you, I am enough, I am a warrior queen, I am strong, I am worthy of becoming the woman that I've always wanted and dreamt of being, I am worthy of my dream life, whatever that is. You are worthy. I want you to know that you are worthy. I understand that if you've been through a lot in your life, this is going to take a lot of unprogramming and reprogramming of the mind, because trauma leads to feelings of unworthiness. Trauma leads to feelings of not enoughness. Trauma leaves us battered and broken, whether we realize it or not. So these are going to be tough tasks. But like I said, I know that you are strong enough and capable of delving into this. I know that you are worthy of it. And I know that if you start to do the work and you stick with it for a few months, you will start to see the changes in your own thoughts, behaviors, and patterns. And you will start to see your life shift and change in the way that I have. If I can go from being stuck in victim mentality, feeling like I had the worst luck in the world, in the whole entire world. I never thought anything good would ever happen to me, even though I had all these dreams, because my track record was bad. You know, I had gone through so much, and it seemed like every 6 months something bad was happening. You guys, I was sexually abused as a little child, from as little as 5 years old, and that continued for years. And I held that secret in for years, which made me feel like I was not enough. It made me feel different, like I couldn't connect with other children, or anyone for that matter. And that feeling and those thoughts played well into my adult years, and soon I became addicted to drugs and alcohol, and I got raped. I was raped and sexually assaulted several times as an adult as well. I was preyed upon by older men in my adolescence. When I was 17 years old, I was preyed on sexually over and over again, okay? Not only that, but I lost many friends to addiction. I lost my ex-boyfriend, who committed suicide by hanging himself with a chain. Just last year, I lost my mom after taking care of her for quite a while because she had lung disease, and she passed away at 54 years old. She was my best friend. I was an only child to a single mother, and I was heartbroken. But only 1 year later, just over a year later, here I am, feeling empowered, feeling like the luckiest woman alive, feeling stronger than ever, feeling like I can take on the world, feeling like a new woman. Because I am a new woman, because every day I wake up and I choose to feel grateful for my life. I choose happiness. I choose to work on my inner shadows, my deep, dark shadows. I chose to do the work. I chose to heal from my sexual trauma. I chose to heal from the wounds that I had from growing up with alcoholic parents. And I chose to heal from it and then let it go, and stop letting it control my mind. Stop letting it rule my life. And I chose to have good luck. I chose to start working hard towards all aspects of my life that I wanted to change. I chose every day to be the woman that I always envisioned myself to be. I didn't overhaul my life overnight, and I didn't change overnight. I changed little things at a time. You know, I started off by working out for 10 minutes every morning, Monday to Friday before work. I just got it out of the way because I knew that if I got it out of the way, I would have no excuses after work. But you know what that did? 10 minutes every morning, you know what that did to my subconscious mind? It reaffirmed that I am able to stick to my convictions. I am able to stick to routines. And after 6, 7, 8 months of doing that, it has become part of my routine. And it also solidified to me, yes, you can. You can do whatever you put your mind to. And now I can work out for 20 or 30 minutes every morning. Another way that I did this was I chose to stay organized in certain areas of my life, whereas before it'd be chaotic. But that was something I always wanted to be, is a little bit more organized. And so I did that, and I worked on it slowly every day, you know? I didn't just become an organized freak overnight, and I'm still not there, but I'm changing my habits slowly but surely. But it just takes, you know, little steps daily towards becoming the type of woman you always wanted to be. And eventually, one morning, you'll wake up and you will be that woman. But you have to appreciate yourself along the journey. You have to value yourself. You have to appreciate how far you've come. And every day that you wake up and you put effort towards becoming who you want to be and reprogramming your mind and your belief systems and retraining your brain that's been conditioned for many years, not your fault, again, but every day that you put effort into creating your bright and beautiful future is every day that you should be grateful and proud and pat yourself on the back and spoil yourself, because you deserve it. You are a warrior queen. Like I said, you've been through 100% of your worst days, and I believe that you can get through anything. But I think if you're gonna struggle, I'd rather you struggle to become the woman that you always wanted to be and to have the life you've always wanted than to struggle sitting in despair, in that mental anguish, that victim mentality. I'd rather see you struggle to get to where you want to be than to struggle where you are at now. Do you agree with me? If you do, please don't hesitate to like this video. And if you want to hear more from me, and if you want to learn more about how you can do this and how I've done this for myself, please don't hesitate to subscribe to the Girl Don't Settle channel. And if you want even more in-depth information and encouragement, empowerment, inspiration, please come see us on the private Facebook group called Girl Don't Settle. I will be so happy to see you there. We're waiting for you. I love you. I hope that you can see what I see in you. I hope that you know that you are worthy of all of your dreams and your heart's desires. Have a beautiful day. Mwah.